Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and we did the top centers tier list, and you guys seemed to love that video. So we're back at it with the power forwards tier list. I'm going to go through and do the small forwards, shooting guards, and point guards. But the problem is there isn't a lot of people that have made these tier lists very up to date. So I had to go through and grab all of these cards by myself off of 2K20 Central and to get all the images just to throw them up. So it took me a little while, but we're here. And we're ready with it, and I kind of like this, kind of fun. So here we are, we're back at it with S+, S tier, A+ tier, A, B, C, and D. Having fun with it, and the first guy that we got is the Galaxy Opel Anthony Davis, who, easy S tier, we talked about him in the centers video. Easy S tier, he can do everything, he's great at everything. And power forward, I really think is the position where he shines, so great overall card. Next, we have the pink diamond Amari Stoudemire, there we go. Now, he is really outdated. I mean, this card is really a lot past its prime. I still think he is a great card, but I just don't realistically think I can throw him anywhere above B tier. When it came to the beginning of the year, he was an easy S tier category card. He was amazing. He was great. But yeah, out of date badges just ain't it anymore. But it sucks. He used to be the best. Next we have Serge Ibaka. We're taking this as the Galaxy Opel Serge, not the pink diamond Serge Ibaka. And as somebody who has grinded out this Serge Ibaka to Galaxy Opel, I can firmly say he's a D tier category card. He's got a slow release. It's not bad, but it's still slow. He needs that quick draw boost. I mean, he just has only like 6 to 7 Hall of Fame badges. It's just not it. He's super outdated. He's not what he needs to be, and it sucks because I used to love this card. Absolutely amazing, but sadly we are here. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. Next, we have the pink diamond Giannis Antetokounmpo, who I am going to throw firmly in A+ tier. I think he's the top tier of A+. I don't think he's in the S tier category quite yet, or with this card, because the shooting ability is very limited. Everything else he does at an amazing ability, but the shooting is just a little low, so personally I think I'm going to knock him down a little bit. Next we have Kenny Martin, who I'm talking about, the pink diamond, not this amethyst one that you show. Not A+, an A tier category card. He's great, but he's slightly undersized at the power forward, so I have to knock him down. I think stats badge wise he's up in A+ tier, but because of the lack of height at only 6'8", I think I do have to knock him down to the A tier. Next, you have Paul Millsap, great, but he does not have range extender with his release, so I'm going to throw him in a B tier. He's a great card. I think he works a little bit better as a small forward as well, which is also why I'm knocking him down, but he's still a great card, can do everything really well, and overall is a pretty nice card. Next, we have LaMarcus Aldridge, who has the LaMarcus Aldridge base, which is basically the same as base 11, just has a little bit of a different green window, actually a slightly worse green window, but amazing shooter. He's great in the post and can just do everything really well. If we take a little bit of the budget factor into effect, I think we can throw him into A tier, probably lower end A tier, but if we take into if we were looking at him from a budget perspective, he definitely would be up in the S tier for power forwards. He is a great card, absolutely amazing, super nice card. Next, we have the diamond Paul Pierce, who at power forward I really don't think is that great. I think I'm going to throw him into C tier, but that is because I think he is a lot better as a small forward. You should run him as a small forward, and as a small forward, I think he's like an A or A+ tier card. Still has steady shooter, which does hurt him as well, also why he's getting knocked down, but he's still a great card nonetheless. I just think the position in which we are here with, it really just doesn't fit him, the best. Next, we have the pink diamond Rudy Gay, who I am going to throw into the A+ tier category, even at power forward. I love this Rudy Gay card. If you guys watched Jamal's Journey episode 4, if you haven't, please go watch it. He's an insane, insane card, absolutely a god. He's seriously good, but he works better as a small forward again, so that's why he's not in the S tier category. I think he is a S+ tier small forward, but as a power forward, yeah, we'll knock him down a little bit. And that's the same with the Paul George. These Paul George and Rudy Gay cards are like literally the same card. I think some of Rudy Gay's animations are a little bit better than PG's, I'm gonna be honest, but still great cards and work amazing. Next, we have the diamond Gerald Wallis, who has a power forward. I think firmly sits in B tier. Actually, no, not sorry, B tier. C tier because he's only 6'7". He's a little undersized. It doesn't work too great there. Kind of the same philosophy with Paul Millsap, but still has some great defense. He's better suited as a small forward. As a small forward, I'd throw him into A, but still a pretty good card and, you know, pretty solid. Next, we have Pink Diamond Tom Chambers, solid A tier. He can finish the ball great. He has some amazing shooting ability. He can play some pretty good defense and rebound the ball very well, but he's got a release that I know not a lot of you guys like too much. I personally find it money and super cash, but it's a little bit slow, and some of you guys aren't the biggest fan of it, so we'll throw him in the low A tier category. He's still a great card, but just not one that I think is too amazing. Next, we have Pink Diamond Zion Williamson, who I think is really slow and sluggish. His release is really good, nice and quick, awesome. He can finish in the paint really well. I just think he's slow. His animations, other than his jump shot, just aren't too quick and don't help him out too much. So I think a low-end B tier is kind of where I'm going to have to throw him. Once he gets an Opel with a lot of really high speed, I think he's going to be great. I also think he's better as the small forward as well, which is why I'm throwing him down in the B tier. But he's still a good card. I just think he's a little outdated and just needs a speed increase. Like, he really needs one. Like, really needs one. Next, we have Diamond Miles Bridges. Now, I think I might catch a little flack for this, and I'm prepared for it. But as a power forward, strictly as a power forward, if we are looking at him playing the power forward position, I think he's only A tier, okay? But if we are talking about playing him at the small forward, he's S+ tier. I just want to get that out of the way. He's an S+ tier small forward, but as a power forward, I think he's only an A tier card. I think the same goes with his Aaron Gordon, except I'm going to put Aaron Gordon as an A+ tier because he's got a better size, because Miles Bridges is only 6'6", so it's a little tough, but he has an amazing release. He dunks with the best of them. He can finish amazing. I mean, he literally has a green light jump shot. He can play good defense on the perimeter, but Aaron Gordon, I think, gets that little nudge in the A+ tier as a power forward because he's got better size, better defense, and just overall can play inside better. So there's that. Dennis Smith Jr., again, is a 6'6" power forward, better as a small forward, so he's in the same category as his Miles Bridges. If we're talking, if you're just using him again in TTO or things like that, and it doesn't matter position, S+ tier along with Miles Bridges. They're great. Literally two of the best dunkers I've ever used in the game. They're so good. It just sucks that they're a little bit undersized for the position that they have them in. Next, we have Kawhi Leonard, all-star moments, and even as a, I guess, a power forward that's supposed to be a small forward, I still think he's a solid S tier card. I think he's amazing. I think he's super, super good. Can really play well, and just overall is great. Next, we have the Pink Diamond All-Star Moments Giannis. It's an S+ tier card. Even without the range extender, he's got great shooting. He's got great finishing, rebounding, and defensive ability. He can play make with the best of them. He's an S+ tier card. He's actually seriously insane, and I do love that. I said I had to sell him, but got 300K out of it, so it's all good. Next, we have this Pink Diamond Iggy, who at power forward is surprisingly pretty good until you have the double center matchup. But if we're looking at it in the general scope of things, I think he's a solid A+ tier card at the power forward. He is 6'6" like these guys, but has a lot, and I mean a lot better defense there and more defensive badges. So he can hold his own a little bit better there. Next, we have Galaxy Larry Bird. I think he catches a lot of flack. I think Larry Bird catches a lot of flack because he's a little bit of a slower release, and I know not a lot of people like those slow releases, but if we were to just look at it as his stats, how he plays, and his better fit, which I think is power forward because of his lower speed and good defensive badges for the 4, I think he's a great S tier category card. Like, he plays amazing, he's super nice, and overall is really good. Next, we have the Diamond to Danny Manning, who is a great card, but he doesn't have the greatest rebounding ability, so playing him at the 4 is a little tough. I still think he's great. I still think he is really usable and is a great card, but I do think that his lack of rebounding as a power forward does hurt him a little bit, personally, but again, that's just me. Next, we have Eric Paschall, who as a power forward, I really think is in this D tier category. As a small forward, I'd throw him into like A+. As a budget player, we're talking S. He is a great card, but he's only like 6'7". He's undersized. He's in that Gerald Wallis category, so I think he's slightly worse. Still a good card, still great. Just a little iffy. Next, we have a Galaxy Opel Dirk, who I think, again, like Larry Bird, catches a lot of flack, is a great card, is absolutely insane if you know how to use him correctly, but he is really slow. So for that, I'm going to put him as the A+ tier Galaxy Opel Dirk is great, but because of his speed, I can't put him anything higher than A+. His release is great. It's slow, but it's money. He's got some great post animations, great defense low-key inside, but again, that speed is keeping me out of the S+ tier. Next, we have the Pink Diamond Brian Scalabrine, who I think is in the same tier as these Miles Bridges and Dennis Smith Jr. Slightly undersized to play the power forward, but has great size to play the 3 and has great animations, great stats, great shooting badges, everything like that to play the 3. So he's going to go into that same category. A lot of these actually are better at the 3 if we're looking at it. Next, we have Galaxy Opel Tim Duncan, who I think I put as the center in either the A or A+ tier category, but as a power forward, he is an S tier category card for me personally, and that's where I run him. I run him at power forward, don't run him at center. But again, super green release. It's slow, but it's green. He has great post defense. He still can guard those super tall centers if he needs to, because he is 6'11" if they run him at the 4. So he's a great card. Overall, really versatile and can just do everything for you if you need. I love him. I think he's awesome. Still a really good card. Next, we have what is that? Pink Diamond Michael Beasley. And honestly, when I was first thinking about this list, I thought I was probably going to throw him into A tier because I think he's better as a small forward, but he still has good size as, you know, is. You know what I mean? He still has good 6'8" frame, can still play well, and can still do great. So I think I'm going to throw him into the low A+ tier category because his release and animations are absolutely amazing. He's basically a free Kevin Durant Galaxy Opel. So he's a great card, and honestly one that I think a lot of people should think about picking up. Because, like, honestly, he nice low-key. Next, we have Diamond Jonathan Isaac, S+ tier. I mean, not S+ tier, S tier card. His defense is absolutely insane at the 4. His defense is insane at the 3. He has good shooting ability with a nice release. Obviously, more catch and shoot, nothing deep. But as a power forward, I like that. I like, you know, not the super cheesy shooting. I want defense, and good rebounding ability, and can finish well. And that's exactly what Jonathan Isaac can do. He can stretch the floor, send me some screens, get a bunch of boards, and play good defense. I love that Jonathan Isaac card. Next, we have Diamond Lowry Markkanen. Absolutely awful release. He can't rebound, can't play defense well. His only thing that he can really do well is shoot, and he even has a bad release, so he can't even do that. Lowry Markkanen is a D tier card. I'm sorry, I'm not feeling it. Next, we have a Diamond PJ Washington, who's a power forward center, slightly undersized with a 4 at 6'8". I wish he was a 3, and he doesn't have great interior defense. So because of that, thinking of him as a power forward, I think I'm going to have to throw him into the top of B tier category. If he could play small forward, I think he'd be an S tier small forward. He's so good. I love his release. He's a great card. But he falls a little short for me. And I think that same thing goes for Christian Wood. Christian Wood is a great card. I love his jump shot. I love everything about the card. But his defense is a little low. Even at power forward, it's a little low. I think he is high B tier. He's still a great card, and I love this Christian Wood card. But if I'm looking at it unbiasedly, I do think he falls firmly into that B tier category. Next, we have Robert Covington, who, again, is an amazing 3-and-D card. I think some of his animations fall a little bit flat dribbling-wise, and I do think he is better suited as a small forward, not a power forward. I know I've said that a lot, so I do think he is getting thrown in our B tier category. Again, he still has great defense and still can play good. His animations, just for me personally, fall a little flat. I can understand if people want to throw him into A or A+ tier category, but I think I'm saving Robert Covington as like an A+ tier small forward, and I think he's more of a B tier power forward, thinking of it that way. Next, we have Rui Hachimura, who again is better at small forward. I know I've said that a lot, but it's really true for a lot of these cards. I think Rui Hachimura is a primary power forward that should be a primary small forward. He works great as a small forward, but I love his animations. I love his Carmelo jump shot. I love everything about this card. So again, I'm going to keep unbiased and throw him into the B tier. I think all of these cards are absolutely insane and great for budget guys. I just think some of them are hurt by the position in which they have to play. Next, we have the Pink Diamond Pascal Siakam. Great defense, great shooting ability, can finish well, can play make great. I honestly think he is a high A+ tier category card. I think he's amazing. He's awesome. Good release, good everything about him. He's overall just great. I love him. I think he's definitely worth the grind. Next, we have Brandon Ingram, who I'm going to throw high A tier, and that is because I think he just doesn't have the greatest of releases, but can do everything that Pascal can with slightly better shooting stats and badges. I just think the jump shot falls a little short. So for me personally, I'm going to have to throw him down. And again, that's just me. Next, we have this Galaxy Opal Dan Issel. So I know a lot of people actually haven't been able to use this Galaxy Opal Dan Issel card. I personally have not used it myself, but I know some people that have, and I've gone up against it quite a bit to know how it works kind of in-game. And I think he is firmly in the middle of the A+ tier category. At power forward, he is great. Little undersized for the center position, but at the power forward, he's got great shooting ability. He's got a good release. He can finish well and do everything great. So I think, yeah, I think A+ tier fits him very well. Next, Galaxy Opal Porzingis. He's a 7'3" speed boosting demigod that can spray like crazy. We're throwing him in S tier. I think cards like Giannis and AD just have a little bit of a nudge on him, but he is definitely amazing. Let me rearrange these just a little bit. There we go. Next, we have Sharif Abdul Rahim. Pretty sure that's how we pronounce it, but at power forward, I think he sits in the C tier category. I think he's better suited as a small forward, but he's a little bit slow, can't rebound the greatest, has an okay release. He's good, but I don't think he's anything too special, which is sad because I was a little hopeful for the card, but you know, it is what it is. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Galaxy Opal Blake Griffin, who honestly I think with how good his release is, he can rebound well, can play good defense, he can finish, shoot like crazy. I think he is S+ tier, lower end S+ tier, but I still think he is a great card. I know a lot of people might hate that I have Porzingis a little bit lower than Blake because Porzingis is so tall. I just think Blake plays better in the post and can do everything else just as well as Porzingis despite being a little bit undersized. So again, that's just me. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Pau Gasol. Again, he has pink down in here, but I'm going to put him as Galaxy Opal and easily sits in S tier when he is at Galaxy Opal. That Hoff range extender with his amazing playmaking ability, the ability to speed boost with a shoe, play good defense, and just shoot the lights out with that insane post-game and post animations. Galaxy Opal Pau Gasol, easy S tier. Next, we have Galaxy Opal Kevin Garnett. It's not even a question. He is S+ tier. Like, this card is absolutely insane. Like, he is so good. I absolutely love him. Now, next we have Jabari Parker, who is basically the same card as Rui Hachimura. There's very little difference between the two of them, so I'm just going to throw him right next to him. Next, we have Delino Gallon, who has actually really good size at 6'10" for the power forward, but he's a little bit slow. The rebounding is okay. I'm not very impressed with the card from what I've seen with him, so I'm just going to throw him middle of B tier. He's a good card. I know a lot of people that like him, but for me personally, I think he falls a little short. It is what it is. Next, we have Billy Cunningham, and if we take into account his Galaxy Opal, if we were talking about the small forward position, again, because he's only 6'6", he'd be S+ tier as a small forward. But as a power forward, he lands with all of our other undersized guys like Iggy as a 4. I mean, A+ tier, 4, as an A+ tier at the power forward. It sucks, but it is what it is. I wish he was a little bit taller, like 6'9", and we talk about how he's good at the power forward. I mean, even S tier, but low A+ is where I think he lands. Next, we have Thurl Bailey. Thurl Antetokounmpo, as people are calling him. He is S+ tier. Thurl just has such a money release. He has a range extender for some reason, only an 83.3. Like, I don't know what it is about this Thurl card, but he just has everything that you want in a card with great 6'10" size. He can do everything. He's great at both positions. This Thurl Bailey card is good, and even if you're not going to do a lot of the historic spotlight sims to get, you know, Kobe and all that, this Thurl Bailey card is one of the ones that you guys for sure need to pick up because he is just glitchy, one of the best cards in the game. Next, we have Rudy Tomanovic, who is a great card, great shooter, can play some good defense, make decently well. Throwing him solid in the A tier category. Same with Tom Gugliotta. There we go. Couldn't say it. Jesus Christ. He's great, a good card, but I think the lack of range center does hurt him compared to all the other cards that are in front of him because, like, all of these guys besides Kenyon have him, and I think because of that I might have to drop Kenyon down as well. Yeah, that's just one thing that hurts him. I think the no range center does hurt him a little bit. He's got great 6'10" size. I think he's better as a small forward as well. A lot of these cards, obviously, I do, but great card overall. And Loki is pretty nice. Next, we have the Galaxy Opal Elvin Hayes, who has a pretty decent release, an okay 3-point shot, really good post game and really good defense and rebounding. But the fact that he doesn't have range extender or that great of a 3-point shot, I honestly think I'm going to have to throw him behind LaMarcus Aldridge in A tier, not behind Tom Chambers, but right here. I think he's a good card. I just think he falls flat on the shooting ability, and for the power forward, I need something a little bit, and I mean a little bit better than he has. And also, he's a great guy in the post, but I think some of his fade animation and stuff like that just aren't too great. If I'm mistaken on that, I'll take the L, and if he's supposed to be a little tier or two higher, it's okay. But that's kind of where I got him now. Next, we have Pink Diamond Jared Dudley, another guy that I think is better at the small forward. And because he doesn't have hot zones, he really doesn't shoot as well as he should. So, while he can do everything great, the no hot zones hurts his shooting quite a lot. I'm going to throw him in the middle of B tier. It is what it is. I wish he was a little bit better, but he's still not bad. Next, we have Galaxy Opel Kyle Kuzma, who I think as a power forward falls short a little bit, but still a great card. I think he's slightly better than the Cunninghams and stuff like that. Pretty on par with Aaron Gordon, if we're being honest. Not bad, not great. Still a decent card if you need it, but your money's better spent elsewhere. Next, we have Diamond OG Anunoby, who is one of my favorite cards in the game. He has such a good shot. He has such good defense. He's a little bit undersized at 6'7", but if we're talking about the if we're running with maybe a little bit of a small ball lineup, you're not going against somebody who's running 2 7-foot centers. He is S tier when it comes to running that 3-4 spot. I love this card. He's so good. Money release, like seriously one of the best 3D cards in the game. But because he can't guard those tall 7-foot centers as well, I think I'm gonna throw him high A+ tier. He's great, but the lack of size against the switches that you may go against, or against the Manute Bowles Ryan at power forward, I think you're gonna have a little bit of trouble with that OG. Next, we have Anthony Tolliver, C tier. Actually, not C tier, D tier. Sorry, he just doesn't do anything that great besides shoot, and even then, he's not the greatest at it. So, can't throw him up there. And then Steve Novak, great shooter, can play a little bit of defense, play make okay, not too bad. I'm gonna throw him in C tier, pretty decent card. This is my end tier list for the power forwards. If you guys have any difference of opinion, obviously you guys are going to leave it down in the comment section below. We can talk about it and I can explain further, maybe why we threw some of these guys where we did. I tried to organize them left and right as well as up and down into the categories, so hopefully that is that. Don't read in too much of the left and right ones, more just into the categories, and we can obviously talk about it. Like the video guys that enjoy, comment down below everything that you guys would like to comment down below, and subscribe if you guys are new on that road to 5.2K. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see y'all in the next video.